I tell you what, it just seems like yesterday when I actually did that preview show against FC 20. Now, a week forward, we're doing another Manchester United preview show, but this time it is our first European away trip preview show as well. Hello and welcome here to this episode of the Manchester United preview show, and today we will be talking about the big game in full, FC Porto versus Manchester United. Now, FC Porto are a team that I do remember Manchester United playing. They are one of the more familiar sides. In fact, they are the highest coefficient side we will be playing in the Europa League phase. So that should show you that, well, they're a team that are up for the task. I mean, at the Estádio do Dragão, it's been very tough. It has been very tough for us. I mean, in 2004 we did lose 2-1, and then it was that 1-0 win before, thanks to the goal from Cristiano Ronaldo. What we all know what happened, he did that long ranger, and then we won the game because of that. So that was the last time we played FC Porto at the Do Dragão. So hopefully we're expecting something like that, but you'd never know with Manchester United. We are so inconsistent, it is untrue. So you don't know. But just like that then, let's get straight underway and let's talk about the game in full. So here is the magnificent stadium of the Estádio do Dragão, plays host to Manchester United's second UEFA Europa League game, and it is against FC Porto. The best team on coefficient we will be playing this season, and in fact, going into the Europa League, they were, according to Opta, the favourites to win the Europa League. And I can see why. FC Porto are a team that are always in Europe every season. They are usually a Champions League team. However, they did not qualify this year or last year under Sergio Conceição's final FC Porto year. So they are in the Europa League instead. Andre Villas-Boas comes in, and who comes out? And who comes in? Victor Bruno, who was the interim, who was the assistant manager when Conceição was managing FC Porto. So that should be interesting to see how his philosophies and how his tactics will affect the game. Because if this was a game from last year, if this was a Porto team from last year, we would expect a defensive team and a team that could not score first. Because if Porto score first, game would be done. However, under Victor Bruno, for me, they're more of an attacking team. I mean, against Bode Glimt, you could see how they were on the ball. They wanted to get the goal. They did lose that game by 3-2, but they looked like they were going to win. They looked like they were going to win FC Porto. However, Bode Glimt, at their home in Bode, found a way to win. Now, both two teams in the Europa League need a win. Both two teams need a win, simple. Manchester United are 22nd, Porto are 24th. So that should just show you that for Manchester United, this win would be massive. And it wouldn't just be massive in the context of the Europa League. It would be massive for Erik Ten Hag. Erik Ten Hag has been under pressure this week following a 3-0 loss against Tottenham Hotspur. So this will be a result that he has not to lose. He cannot lose this game. Because if he does, that Aston Villa game, Aston Villa just beat Bayern Munich, by the way, will be looking more and more daunting. Because he knows if he loses at Villa Park and at Porto, he's a goner. He is gone, Erik Ten Hag. So the main aim for him is to try and get the win. However, if there's one team that you do not want to try and get a win to save your job, it is FC Porto, in my opinion. So this will show Manchester United will have to have grit and determination to beat them. But who knows? My verdict is Manchester United have to play in a specific way, a more attacking way, and have not to concede the first goal. Because Manchester United are brittle once that first goal goes in. And knowing FC Porto, they will capitalise from it. And they will capitalise immediately. Simple, they will capitalise immediately. So the main aim for Manchester United is just to try and sit back. It will be one of them. It will be a patient game. It will be a patient game, for my opinion. But that's what I'm going to say. That is what I'm going to say. Hopefully Manchester United do well. But just like that then, let's move on to the fact file of our opponents. So let's have a look then at our opponents for tonight, FC Porto. So the country where they are based is from Portugal, with the flag, one of the most recognisable flags when it comes to football. FC Porto Portugal, you could see why they are from Portugal. The honours, now they are one of the only, I think they are the only club barring from Manchester United to win the Champions League that are in this year's Europa League. And they did win it all the way back in 2003 under a certain Jose Mourinho, when they did beat Monaco 3-0 in 2003 in Gelsenkirchen to give the Portuguese Giants their first ever Champions League trophy. Benfica's done it, but Porto never. They have won the Taça de Portugal 20 times, which is the equivalent to the Portuguese FA Cup, and the last time they did win that was as recent as last season, where they did beat Sporting Clube de Portugal to win it, and that was similar to Manchester United. We did the exact same thing. We got to the FA Cup final last year, and we won it by beating Manchester City by 2-1. And that is why we are in this stage. Oh, because of that. The Premier Liga, they have won that 30 times. They are the second most successful club in the league, only behind Benfica, who have won it 38 times. The nickname there for FC Porto is the DRAGãOs. That is their most famous one. However, Porto can also be called the Azuis e Brancos, which means the blue and the whites. In Spanish, I would say that is Azules y Blancos, but it is not. It's Portuguese, so I need to say that in a completely different way, do I? Now, for this time, the first time we are doing this season, the league position. So, as it stands, Porto, they are in 24th place. They have lost one game, and the one game they did lose against was against FC Glimt a week ago, when we drew to FC Twente. Now, they have scored 2 goals and they've conceded 3. And because of that, that is why they have 0 points. The manager for FC Porto is Victor Bruno. The assistant to former FC Porto manager Sergio Conceição, who we do know Conceição's Porto are very good. We do know that they are a very good side. He has been managing them for a very, very long while. Since 2017, Conceição managed, and ever since the appointment of André Villas-Boas, who we can see on the left, right there, I believe. No, it's not. But ever since André Villas-Boas came in as president, Sergio Conceição knew that he had to leave and there would be a different philosophy going into FC Porto. That is why they brought in Victor Bruno as the manager, the assistant, so that it's not really much of a big change. I know what to expect if United played a Conceição team. Victor Bruno, it's a bit more uncertain. The best player for FC Porto, in my opinion, is Diogo Costa, the goalkeeper. Now, it was a mix between Diogo Costa, Wenderson Gandel, and Samuel Omarodian, but I am going to give it to Diogo Costa because he is pivotal for them in goal. Diogo Costa is FC Porto. No wonder why a lot of clubs were invested in him this season and the season before that, because he is that good of a goalkeeper. Portugal's number 1. Obviously, he worked out against Slovenia where he saved all them penalties to send them through. He also did very well in the penalty shootout against Arsenal last season in the last 16. However, they did lose that, but he still did very well. And well, Porto overall did very well that game. It was a shame that they lost to Arsenal then, but do you know, that's how cruel football can be. The stadium for FC Porto is the Estádio do Dragão, like you did see before, and it does hold a capacity of 50,033, which for me is a little bit surprising. I expected it to be a lot smaller going off the outside. The outside of the ground is only pretty small. It looks pretty small from the outside, but from the inside it is bigger. I would say RB Leipzig Stadium, the RB Arena, looks similar to the Estádio do Dragão, but that is probably because they replicated that idea, because the Dragão came before the RB Arena. So that is it. That is a fact file for FC Porto. Obviously very interesting, and one of the most historic teams who will be playing in this Europa League. But, you know, will Porto be particularly a ticking time bomb for Erik Ten Hag? We do not know. But either way, we do know that they have said the hierarchy in Ineos. Erik Ten Hag has 2 games to prove himself, either worthy for the job or if he will be sacked. So this game, if you think, is a massive game for Erik Ten Hag. It's a massive game for Manchester United, but in specific, it's a massive game for Erik Ten Hag because he knows if he loses this game and gets humbled at Villa Park, he's gone. He's gone simple. He will be sacked. Erik Ten Hag will be sacked, and we will probably get Ruud van Nistelrooy as an interim, which won't be the greatest thing because we do know last time we got an interim was Ralf Rangnick and that failed miserably. So if it does tell you anything, it tells you if we do sack Erik Ten Hag, the season may potentially be over, and it's already October. So that shows how bad it obviously is at Manchester United, and because of that, we need to have a little bit more. We need confidence in our team. We need confidence, and the number one way we can find confidence is by giving Erik Ten Hag and the lads a win against FC Porto. Otherwise, if we don't, Ten Hag will have to win Villa. It's simple. He will have to. And I mean more than have to, because if he doesn't, he's gone. Erik Ten Hag is gone as Manchester United manager if we lose these 2 games. So for him, this is massive and pinnacle and clinical for him if he keeps his job as Manchester United manager. So then, what do I think the score will be? I think, obviously with Manchester United, you expect entertainment, neither one of the less. You expect either entertainment or really boring football. That is what you get with Manchester United. And I do think Manchester United have the capability to win this game. But going away to the Estadio do Dragão, we know how noisy and how intimidating this stadium can be for away fans and away teams in particular. This will be a really big struggle. And Manchester United will have to produce a performance out of the blue to beat FC Porto, in my opinion. I even think a draw will be tough in this ground. So what am I saying? I actually think FC Porto will beat us. I just think Porto are the favourites to win this game. And, well, Porto should be the favourites to win this game. And the fact they're at home at the do Dragão, they have a very good home record at the do Dragão. I can just see Porto winning. I think it won't be as embarrassing as it were against Spurs and Liverpool for United, but it will certainly be bad nevertheless. So I'm going to say it will finish 2-1 to Porto. I think goals from Samuel Omorodion and a goal there from Wenderson Gandel, if he is playing, will make FC Porto get the 3 points, because Porto have to win this game because they did lose to Bode Glimt. They have to win this game, and I think by doing that, that will give massive confidence for Porto, while for us, Manchester United, we would be in a bit of, sorry for the language, shit position if we do end up losing against Porto, because then we'd have to beat Villa, and Erik Ten Hag's job would be in real jeopardy if he is going to get it, if he will still be Manchester United manager or not. So this is why this fixture is a big game, but I think it's going to the end of his tether there for Erik Ten Hag. That is why I think Manchester United will lose this one in Portugal. Not the way to end a preview show, that, saying our team will lose, but it is what it is. As if you did like that video, if you do say something, it really means a lot to me, but you don't have to. As I shall go, see you soon, stay safe, and I'll be talking to you a lot then in the next one. See ya, and bye-bye.